What's up, Strike Nation? Blake Albertson here with B&B Lawn Care. I'm here at my buddy Chase's house again, as promised. He's a man of his word. We're doing the hydro oil change today.
Yep.
Filter and oil, right?
Filter and oil, yep.
So we just ran the mower just a couple minutes here just to warm it up.
Just to warm up the fluid a little bit because the hydraulic fluid's 20W50, it's a lot thicker. Flows out a little quicker rather than it being really cold. So you always want to warm it up. Just same with like whenever you change your engine oil, you always want to warm it up for a little bit. Just get it warm just so it all can drain out a lot quicker and easier.
Wait, we're supposed to change oil in our mowers? No, I'm kidding.
yeah, we are.
How often do you change the actual engine oil?
Roughly around 100 hours,
Okay.
give or take a little bit. I mean, obviously if it's a busy week or something, if you go over 20 hours or something, it's not gonna hurt anything. But
and how often are you supposed to change the hydro oil like we're doing today?
I know some mowers, pretty sure they recommend like every 500. I do it once a year. So we normally put anywhere from 500 to 1,000 hours on a mower, give or take, whichever one gets used more. So as long as if you check the oil every now and again, as long as the hydro oil, it stays clear, it looks good. It just, oil can break down over time. So under 1,000 hours is normally when you want to.
And today, let's see how many hours we've got on her. 768. So
you're right in that.
It's time to change, basically. So that's what we're doing today. We're here at Chase's house, and we did forget to introduce Tyson. Everybody was asking about Tyson in the last video.
Tyson is the Ground Effects mascot.
Yes.
He's a 6-year-old chocolate lab. He's my buddy.
How much does he weigh?
He weighs about 90 pounds.
90 pounds. So that's what we're doing today. Guys, please leave me a like. Every YouTuber asks it, but it really does help the algorithm. If you would, just leave me a like.
I know a lot of people probably are scared to do it themselves, but honestly, changing your hydro fluid, it's under a 10-minute job. It's quite simple.
All right, I'm really intrigued now because I was always planning on taking it to a shop.
And bear with me because I have Scag Vride 1s.
Okay.
So I've never done a Vride 2, but it's all the same concept. You got your filter, you got your drain hose, and then you put the oil in the reservoir. It's as easy as that. So just bear with me taking it apart real quick because I haven't done it, but I'm sure it's the same kind of concept.
But it's pretty much like engine oil change, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Only difference is you don't really have a dipstick with your hydro oil. You just kind of fill the reservoir to where it's, I don't know, an inch or so below the top. You don't want to, because when the oil heats up, it actually can rise up a little bit in your reservoir. So you don't want it to rise up too much. You never want to fill it brim to the top. You just want to keep an inch or two below.
So today we're going to be using the SAE 20W50.
Yep, it's just regular engine oil. It's not like hydro oil or anything. It's just regular engine oil.
And then anybody that wants the filter number, 4846201, Scag Power Equipment. So that's what we're doing today. And if anybody wants to know, these products, we got a pimped out mower here today. I really did. My phone was dead. And so today I'm using the Ballard dual charger. It's literally just hooked up to the battery. It just stays on the mower and then turn it on whenever you need charged, and it is charging my phone right now. So you guys always know BB10 saves you 10% off of anything on Ballard Inc. But I thought I'd show you these lights and the charger. It's kind of cool.
First thing, we got to take off your pad here, and you got a little screw on this side. This one's missing.
Yeah, this one wiggled off, I think. I don't know.
It literally just looks like it comes off pretty easy. And then it's a little easy. The Vride 2s are actually a little easier than the Vride 1s because it's all hand screw stuff.
And it is a little cold, guys, so our hands are a little frozen here, so. This is real life here in Kansas City. Just rainy, nasty spring weather.
All right, so in here is your filter. That's your hydraulic filter. And right here is your hydraulic drain hose. So literally all we have to do is once you get your, and then here's your reservoir to where you put in the new oil. Once you have everything off, just basically those two things. So what we're gonna do, set the drain pan. So you don't get oil everywhere.
He's gonna grab a wrench. Check out this setup. You guys, if you haven't seen the tour, go back a couple of videos and we toured this whole shop, but check the boat out. And you have your four-wheeler in here today.
Yeah, I got my four-wheeler in here. I had to aerate a couple parts in my yard the other day.
Oh, that's cool. I might have to take that baby for a spin in this mud.
Come on, man. We got a whole field out here that's ready for us to tear up.
That's awesome.
We'll just let that drain for a little bit. It'll take a little bit of time to let it all drain out of there. Sometimes popping the cap will out to drain a little quicker. Get some airflow.
Some airflow action. You got to stay up on your maintenance, guys. I'm trying to get a little better, but this just shows, hey, you got to do it. It always, you know, Chase, sometimes it seems like you're not, if you're not out working and making money, that it's not worth it. But like maintenance, you're making money because you're not going to be paying for it later with repairs.
Yeah. And one thing I don't know if you knew, did you know about these deals right here?
Yeah.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, so if you need to move it.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people don't know about that.
So basically what are you doing when you twist these?
Say you're out in the yard, out in a property, and your mower breaks down, like your hydraulic belt breaks, and you literally, your mower will not go. And so what these are is this engages the hydraulic pressure to your hydraulic, basically to your wheel motors. So it basically free spins your wheel, so you can, everyone knows like when there's hydraulic pressure on your wheel motors and through the lines, you can barely push.
Right.
It's because you're fighting the hydraulic pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And this, I'm not sure what it does in there, but it's a little check valve or something, and it releases the pressure, and you undo both of those, and you're able to push the mower out of the yard, tow it or something, and it's not dragging the tires. It allows them to free spin. Sometimes the hydraulic belt will stretch a little bit before it even breaks, and it'll start to get dry rotted. And sometimes if you feel your mower starting to slip and you'll hear like a belt slippage, that's a telltale sign that your hydraulic belt is going to need to be replaced.
Okay.
Rather than it not, you never want to wait till it breaks, because then you're stranded.
Right.
But I just had to replace all the hydraulic belts on my mowers, because I noticed them starting to, like going up hills, they were slipping a little bit.
Huh.
Even though the belt was not broke, they were stretched. It's over time they just stretched a little bit, and they didn't have enough tension on the tensioner pulley.
Gotcha.
And it just allowed it to slip a little bit. Now we're gonna get the oil filter, which is right underneath there. And if you can't get it with your hand, which I don't know if I'll be able to, I've got an oil filter wrench. Sometimes they're just hand tied.
Whoop. Dude, I just cleaned this guy. Oh my gosh.
A little more oil is gonna drain out where the filter goes.
Okay. Yeah, I see it.
Yep. Just let that drain for a minute.
Now, I got 4 quarts. There's no way that's 4 quarts. So Chase was saying that the V-Ride, the original V-Rides took 2. So I'm guessing it's probably going to be 2, maybe 3, but I don't think 4.
On filters like this that you screw up like that, a lot of times I'll put oil in the filter before I screw it on, and then I always oil the gasket just to make sure it gets a good seal and everything. We'll just fill the filter up a little bit. That's what color it's supposed to be. Get that out of the way so you don't get in it. And then when you put filters on, you always just want to make sure your hands are clean, but hand tight them.
You never want to put it, like, tighten it with an oil filter wrench?
You really don't, because
you'll never get it off.
There you will find if you over tighten an oil filter, anyone that's over tightened an oil filter has only done it once probably. Because trying to get a filter off that is over tightened there's been times, I mean, you got to drive a screwdriver through it or something.
I've done that. I've had to do that.
Yeah, and it's an absolute mess. If it's hand tight, hand tight.
Yeah.
It's not gonna go anywhere at all. All right, so I've roughly put in like 1 3/4 quarters, and what we want to do now, you can see it's about 1.5 inches from the top, is we're gonna have to turn the mower on and run it for probably a few minutes, just running your hydros back and forth to get the new fluid into the lines. And anyone that's done this, if you've never done it before, I remember the very first time I did it, I didn't know that there's a delay. You'll go to hit your hydros and there's nothing there.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like it'll more than likely it's, can I do under your phone here?
Yeah.
More than likely
that's pretty pimp though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it really did help us out right here.
Yeah, for sure. So we can go ahead.
So the oil really plays that much? That's crazy.
Yeah, like I'm sure it'll do it.
Did it freak you out the first time?
Yeah, it freaked me out. I'm like, oh God, what did I do? But
that's crazy. So it just needs to run through the line?
Yep. So yeah, if you just idle it up a little bit and run more fluid. And then we'll check the oil level again, because I'm sure it sucked some of the oil through the lines, and top it off. It's going to need topped off just a little bit more. Not a lot. Yeah, it's kind of a weird feeling when you go to hit the hydros and there's nothing there. But it just takes a minute for it to run through the lines. I put in exactly 2 quarts, and we're right where you want to be. You're right about.
So you don't want to fill it to the brim?
No, you don't want to fill it to the brim, because, like I said, the hydraulic, it's kind of temperature. It's like on a really hot day.
Yeah.
It fluctuates just a little bit. It can.
Okay.
And if you fill it to the brim, it can create some pressure and can come out the cap. We'll just put that on nice and snug. Clean up any spilt oil that we had on the mower. Can't have Blake have a dirty mower.
That's right.
Make sure the oil drain line is tucked back in there.
Have you ever, I might embarrass myself right now. Have you ever put oil, like when I'm changing the engine oil, have you ever forgot to tighten, what is it, the release?
Yes, I have, to where you drained all your fresh oil right out in the
I drained
pan.
I was pouring it in here, enjoying my time, and I look on the ground and there's a pool. I forgot to tighten up the release.
I have done that, so I feel like a lot of people have probably done that sometime or another.
There is like no moment more where I'm like, I don't know what I am doing in my life. It was hilarious.
Oh, get on there.
It wasn't hilarious at the time, but it would probably be a lot easier on this gravel floor than it was my garage concrete to clean up.
At least you realized it. It would really suck if you didn't realize it, didn't see it on the gravel.
I know.
And then went to start up the mower.
And burned it up.
And you were, yeah.
That's why we don't have a cat. Natalie's actually allergic to cats, but I always have cat litter in my garage just in case it spills. Took 2 quarts.
Yeah, we put exactly 2 quarts in.
And then of course, it can't all go perfect.
I know, right?
And we lost this little other stopper for this side.
we have no idea.
We have been looking around for like 10 minutes trying to find it, but no big deal. If that's the only bad thing that happens, then it's no big deal at all.
I'm sure it will turn up.
Oh, it will. I'll get home, you'll find it. You know, that's what always happens.
Not in the oil.
Yeah. People are like, what is this guy doing?
Well, I didn't know if it fell in there and we just didn't see it, but.
All right, so I know I'm hitting this Ballard thing a lot, but I wanted to let you guys know something you might not have known. Scag messaged me and said, hey, you know there's a pre-drilled hole for these type of accessories below the sticker. So right here, you just drill that out. It's already pre-drilled. So I'm gonna move this up to here and it just makes it look nice and clean. And it will just kind of flow better and be out of the way of the parking brake. So I thought that was pretty cool. Put the covers back on and we're good to go. That's it. I can't believe that I've never done that. I've always just been intimidated to do it, and it's really no big deal. Chase, I appreciate it, man.
No problem.
Chase is the man. He knows how to do all this stuff. He's been around the block. But that's it, guys. Hope you learned something how to change hydro oil, because I definitely didn't know. And if you liked the video, please leave me a thumbs up. We'll see you guys in the next one.